No decision yet at the Village Main Reef gold mine in the northwest. Workers took to the streets demanding their jobs back. The mine dismissed close to 2,000 workers last month for taking part in an unprotected sit-in. Manqoba Mchunu is following this story for us. He joins us live. So yesterday when I spoke to you, there was some violence, some protests, tires burning, etc. What's it looking like today?
Well, quite a different picture from what we saw yesterday, Shahan. In fact, when we arrived at the mine this morning, it almost resembled a ghost town, especially where we saw those violent clashes happening yesterday between some of the mine workers as well as the security of the mine. And in fact, there were more police and security than you could find miners. But that didn't stop the miners, of course, from gathering. We do understand that there were clashes earlier on during the day when miners tried to gather at the mine's entrances to block some of those streets, and security firing rubber bullets at some of the mine workers and injuring, of course, some of them during that scuffle that ensued. But the mine workers themselves, Shahan, did manage to gather here just outside the mine at a supermarket. That's where they were being briefed by the union, the National Union of Mine Workers, about the particular proposals that have been made by the mine with regards to their dismissal. And one of the proposals, Shahan, is the issue that these mine workers will have to appeal their dismissal, but not only that, they'll also have to sign a final warning for the mine to consider bringing them back to their jobs. So to speak further about this, I want to speak and bring in now the NUM branch secretary here, Bongani Makashilo. Bongani, thank you for your time. Let's start here. It's not been an easy task for you as a union trying to negotiate with the mine for over 1,800 workers who staged an illegal sit-in. So what have you agreed with management so far?
First of all, the employees who are embarked on an illegal or unprotected strike gave us the list that they can compromise if the management can consider to go back. So it was not easy, as you said, to pursue or engage the management to respond the way they responded. But finally, we tried to engage the employees regarding the responses from the company. So the employees, they respond positive to go back to work.
Okay, so I just want to understand this, Bongani Makashule from NUM. You're saying that you have now reached an agreement with the mine, and will the workers go back to work?
Yes, the workers, they gave us that report that they are ready to go back to work.
Of course, there are some sticking issues. The issue, firstly, of the final warning, as well as the issue of the appeals. How is that going to happen and unfold?
The appeal at a regional level, they already sent to the company to appeal the decision of dismissal of the employees. So that one is already happened. So the issue of final warning, we tried and explained to our members or our employees. Then they accepted the final warning.
Okay, thank you very much. I just want to quickly bring in one of the mine workers, Shahan, just to get their reaction. Of course, they were also part of this meeting that took place here, the consultation by the union. I'm bringing in now Musa Matsidiso. Musa, we spoke to you yesterday. You were quite aggrieved. You're one of the mine workers who also didn't go home over the festive season because you were dismissed and you didn't get your pay. Are you agreeing with what the mine is saying to you now?
Not that we are agreeing per se. The thing is that now our arm has been twisted. Because of now we asked for intervention from the government, which we never received. In fact, the only intervention that we got was the intervention of the policemen. It is so sad that now they have to use coronavirus to dispatch us, saying that we are breaking the regulations. But it's so painful because that thing will still remain in my mind up until I die. The thing of Marikana. In Marikana, there was no coronavirus, but still they managed to shoot the employees. So now also, what we are asking for, this is not yet Uhuru, this is not yet over. We are asking for the management, for the support of the government. Please come and intervene to this situation here, because yet this is not yet over. The mine, our grievances, all of our grievances have not yet been met. We are asking also for mining council to please come and intervene on the situation because of what we believe. It's just that our arm has been twisted. If it was not for that situation, because of now people are hungry and then kids has to go to school.
So will you be signing that final warning as workers?
We have no choice but to sign it because of, hence I was saying to you, we asked yesterday for the intervention of the government. They never did help us. We did go to Labour, I think, last year to ask them to help us, but they never even showed up. So it seems like we are left alone. Hence there is a saying that, black child, you are on your own. When we fight for things that we should have, the government, they always shoot us. So now we don't have a choice but to return to work. Even during this morning, there are several employees that are shot now by the security guard, armed security guard. They were flying a helicopter over the residence of the employees. They were not on strike, they were not on nothing. They were shot at home where they reside. They were shot there.
Okay, thank you. Let's hold it there. That was Musa Matsidis, one of the mine workers. Of course, they're not happy, Shahan, about that consensus that has been reached by the unions as well as the mine. Of course, they had to get a mandate for them as to whether they're going to accept some of those proposals that were given by the mine in terms of them returning to work. And many of them, Shahan, saying that they will go back to work. But of course, this still sort of an issue there, Shahan, because the company itself, the mine, will still have to consider their appeals first before they can accept these workers back. And if they do not accept you back, that means that you won't get your job back. But if they do, Shahan, then you'll have to sign that final warning for you to return to work.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Manqoba Mchunu.